right, everybody, let me take you through a nice, relaxing cool down and little stretch. So we're gonna roll back, keep your ankles crossed, let your head, your whole torso just relax and sink into the ground. Let your knees just kind of flop here, arms overhead. Take a few deep breaths. As you breathe, really feel the air come in. Feel your rib cage expand, your belly expand. Allow the air to come in. And then exhale. Take your hands, bring them on top of your knees, and you're just going to roll gently. Just some nice little circles. And go the other way. Now you really want to focus on just breathing nice and smooth. So no short, shallow breaths, nothing like that. Extend your left leg out. Your right leg you're going to bend and bring that knee in. But you want to aim more for like your armpit. You don't want to focus on bringing it right up here into your chest. Let the knee come out a little bit. Let it kind of guide you. You'll know where you're tight and where you need to pull it towards. And also, don't just pull or yank really hard. Gently feel where that knee needs to go. I like to pull it in right towards the armpit. Hold there. Breathe. And then I like to take my opposite hand, my left hand, place it on my ankle, let my knee come out to the side, and pretend I'm cradling a baby. And now I'm just going to rock it side to side, nice and gentle. And then I'm going to extend my right leg up and hold it for a stretch. I'm a little tight. We just did a great workout. So I'm going to hold here, might do some ankle circles, just to loosen up the ankle, the calf. And hold, feel that stretch in my hamstring. Breathe. If you're holding a stretch and you feel like you're holding your breath, you need to ease up on the stretch a little bit. Back it up. Find a spot where you can take a deep breath. That's your end range. Doesn't mean it's your forever end range. You can still progress and get a deeper stretch, but it's going to take some practice. You want to make sure you can get that breathing nice and smooth, controlled, all the way in, all the way out. Now I'm going to bend the knee, bring it back in towards my armpit. I might pull a little firmer this time, just because I'm loosening up after the last round. Pull here, holding for about 10 seconds or so. So we're going to do this a couple times, and then right back up. I like to move through my stretches. I don't like to just hold for 20 seconds and then be on my way onto something else. This is the way we can really get into our joints and our muscles a little bit more. Hold. Keep holding. A little bit of shaking is okay, but again, don't ever force it. One more time, bring that knee in towards the armpit. Hold here. Usually by the third set, feels really good. I can really feel a little pinch in my hip here. Feels good on the inner thigh too. Breathing. And extend one last time. Now your head should be down. If you're up and you're reaching and you're straining yourself, again, just relax a little bit. It's okay if your knees bend a little bit too. Everybody starts at a different place and everybody ends at a different place. How you get there is very different from one another. Hold. And bend the knee, just release down. So now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Bring that knee in. Now it might be kind of like back to the beginning, back to square one, because we've just been letting this leg relax while we stretch the right side. You may have actually felt some stretching in the front of your hip on the stationary side while we were moving the other leg. Now bring that ankle in, cradle it the first time. You want to just kind of move it around in the joint, whatever feels good for you. This is the part of exercise that should be comfortable, which isn't something I say often. All right, now extend that leg up. Again, kind of back to square one. Feeling a little tight, may move the ankle, the foot around a little bit. Might have a little bit of cracking. But breathing, I can feel my heart rates really come down from the previous workout I just did. Hold. A little bit of shaking, for sure. And bend that knee, bring it into the armpit. Hold. A little bit further this time, I can definitely feel that. And extend the legs straight up. A little bit deeper maybe this time. Second time on this side. Breathe. Close your eyes. And bend that knee. Right back towards your armpit. Again, remember, you're not coming up like towards your collarbone. Might be able to press a little bit firmer this time. Feels pretty good. And extend that leg up. A little bit deeper, a little bit more shaking, so I'm going to ease up a little bit. Feels so good down the back of your leg. Sometimes I like to just kind of squeeze through my calf as I'm doing this stretch. And bend the knee gently, place it down. Don't let it just fall and hit the ground. Bend that right leg and take your toes, place them under your left knee. Arms to the side, and you're gently going to roll that right knee over your left leg. Right arm stays out to the side. Hold here. You should have a nice little twist, rotation in your back. Breathe. And gently roll back. And you're going to extend your right leg down. Left leg comes up. Toes go underneath that right knee, arms to the side, and roll over that right leg. Gently, you might be up here and be really tight. That's okay. Got to start somewhere. You can use your other hand to guide that knee. Key here, try to keep both shoulders on the ground. You can also look the opposite way. Really breathe in. And you're going to come back up. Keep your left leg bent. Bring your right ankle up on top of your left knee, your left thigh. Reach underneath and grab that left leg and pull in so you get a nice stretch in the right side of your hip here. Hip and glute. This is a figure 4 stretch because we're making the number 4 with your legs. Just hold here. This one feels awesome. Then we're going to go into one of my favorite stretches. So you're going to keep your legs in this pattern the way they are. Drop your left leg down. So now your left foot is flat on the floor. Use your right leg to pull your left knee down towards the floor. Hands out to the side. You've got that rotation again. But now take that left arm, lift it up overhead. And the stretch that you're going to get from your hip up to your shoulder is awesome. If you need to adjust your feet a little bit, you can. You can push down ever so slightly with your right foot on your left knee. And breathe here. Feel your ribs just expand and let the air in. And now you can use your right hand to bring both legs back up. The left hand comes down. We're going to switch sides. Right foot down, left ankle on top of your right knee. Bring that right leg up and hold this stretch. Nice and easy. If you need to, you can put your hands underneath your thigh instead of reaching for your shin. Like I said, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm going to put my hands out here. And bring that right leg down. Keep your legs the way they are. Use that left foot to bring your right knee down gently. Left arm out to the side. Right arm comes up overhead. And feel that stretch. And use your hand to come back up to starting position. And we're actually going to roll over now. So we'll flip over and go right into a child's pose. So hands forward, sit right back. Let your low back just relax. And one thing I like to do in child's pose sometimes is bring an arm behind me and push down. Really reach with that other hand. Hold. And switch sides. Bring this hand forward, other hand comes behind your back so you get a little stretch. And push down with that left arm. Reach. Up. So you're going to come up onto all fours here. Okay, so you have your knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. You're going to take one hand, place it behind your head, elbow is pointed down, and you're just going to scoop up and down. Up. Nice little sweep. Little rotation. And 4. We're going to go to the other side for 4 more. Hand down, other hand on top of your head. Start down, open up, opening that chest. Breathe. We're going to do another longer arm version of this in a second. And 1 more. And 4. All right, so bring that right leg forward. So we are in a 90-90 position here. So 90-degree angle, ankle, knee, hip. Same thing on the other side. Squeeze that butt muscle and extend that hip forward. Feel a nice stretch down the front of your thigh here. Hold that. So we don't necessarily want to just neglect our butt muscle and hinge forward or lunge forward this way. Then we're just being a little hypermobile within our hip. We really want to stabilize the joint and push forward. That's what our glutes do. They extend the hip, and now we can get that nice stretch in here. So little stretch, but also stable so that we hopefully don't hurt ourselves. And release. So now bring both hands down to the inside leg. Left arm is sweeping all the way up now. Follow your hand with your eyes and down. Breathe in and down. Nice little reach when you get to the top. 2 more, so we're doing 5 this way. I love this one. And 5. Okay, so we're going to switch sides. Use your hand as a guide if you need to. Into that 90-90 position here. Squeezing the butt muscle, tucking that tailbone, and pushing that hip forward without having our whole body just lean forward and stretch. Stability and mobility. Holding. Feel that stretch. You can lean a little bit. It doesn't mean you can't. Also going to work on balance. And release. Hands down to the inside of the front foot and sweep up and down. Follow the hand with your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe. 2 more. Nice and controlled. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to go into a downward dog position and stretch out calves. I'll turn a little bit. So you're going to push one heel down, bend the other knee. A little bit of cracking there. And switch. And switch. And switch. All right, into a downward dog now. So you can bend your knees, push those hips up and away from your hands. And if you can, straighten both of your knees. Hips up towards the ceiling, push into those hands. Breathe. And knees down. You can go into a child's pose real quick. Nice deep breath. One more. Breathe in. Exhale. Turn those feet under. Onto your toes. Push up into one more downward dog. Hips up and back. Hands forward. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. And knees down. Hopefully this helps you stay mobile, stay limber, stay flexible, and hopefully it just makes you feel better overall. Great job.